Well, hello. This is my come on, little girl. This is my second outing trying to film this video, and I want to get out because it's really the last time for autumn with all these winds that we've been having recently. So I'm in the depths of the North Yorkshire Moors, and I'll be doing some lovely autumn riverside photography today. I've got a couple of locations in mind, so why don't you come with me? Right, you join me down at the riverbank, and we've had some bloody rain. I tell you, there's a lot of water coming down this riverside, and unfortunately this foreground area here, the grass is absolutely sodden, so I'm not going to include that in the composition. So I've to about 20mm on my wide angle lens just to take this horrible foreground grass out. I'm going to focus on these two rocks that are in my immediate foreground. I'll put my D850 camera on my composition to show you what I'm talking about. Got some lovely autumn colours in these branches that are overlapping this river. And into the distance you'll see that I've got a lovely bridge, wooden bridge, that I've just walked over to get to this composition. That's really making this image look lovely, I think. The only thing that I'm really not happy about is where the rapids are really forming. There's a lot of brown colour in it. I think that's going to come out in my images, unfortunately. Just a bit too much water coming down this river. And something that's really made me a little bit cross as a photographer, somebody's made a little bridge, not a bridge, a swing with a blue rope on it. So you can't anticipate these things, can you? So I'm going to have to take that out in Photoshop. So yeah, lovely little place this, down a place just from Grosmount, I think that's how it's pronounced, in the North Yorkshire Moors. Beautiful little spot. Settings wise, I'm at f16, same as I said, 20mm, and I've got a shutter speed of about 2.5 seconds. Some nice movement in this river here. Got a polarizer on and a 0.6 graduated filter as the sky is coming through these trees at the top of my composition here. Right, I'm going to take this one and pop it on the screen for you. Wasn't convinced with that shot at all. I just think there's a bit too much water going on down there, and I should have expected it, to be fair, but it's a reasonable image. It's a lovely little area, this, to be fair. Just at the back of me here is the Pickering to Grosmont and Whitby line. A lovely steam engine travels up and down here. Not particularly this time of year, but during summer it's got a few customers that take the journey, and it's a beautiful ride, to be fair. And this is a really beautiful area as well. I have been and taken that composition. Just get my tripod. Come on, girl. I have been and taken that composition, God, must have been about 7 years ago now. And I've never ever got a decent shot there. And I don't think I've surpassed that one. My last shot that I took here, but I don't know. It's just obviously you don't know until you got it on your computer screen. But I'm just not convinced with that. The foreground grass was a bloody nightmare. It's just horrible. So I had to come on, girl. My composition wasn't what I envisaged, to be fair. So I had to pull the wide-angle lens into 20mm, and it lost all its foreground. But just got the rocks and the stream in it, and that bridge is absolutely beautiful. Really is a beautiful little area, this. So yeah, it's just down the road from Grosmont, just off the left-hand side as you going outside Grosmont. If you want to pop down with your camera, it's best in autumn, to be fair, and spring. They're your best times to come here. So, plan now. I'm going back to the van, having a bit of lunch, and then I've got another composition that I'm really interested in, which I've also been to before. So I'll meet you down there after my lunch. Right, I've just getting the camera out of the van, just seen a lovely little scene as I'm passing it in the van, but I'm being quite quick because I want the sun to stay on the scene. So yeah, I'll run you through it in a second. So yeah, the sun's come out and looking quite lovely. What it is, it's well, you can see here, it's a lovely little gate that's covered in all these lovely grasses, but the gate's really old and just really lovely detail in it. I think it looks sweet. It's really sweet. Yeah, absolutely lovely. So yeah, I just saw it at the corner of my eye as I was passing the van. The road's just behind me there. So I'm going to get set up and I'll run you through it. But that's more or less. Can you see that gate? There, it's a beautiful gate, and it points right into the direction of this beautiful valley. So yeah, I'll get set up and I'll run you through it. Right, ready and set up. I think what's really caught my eye is the light that's coming up to 90 degrees to this fence. It's really brightening this fence up, and the grass is in the foreground. And they've got a lovely fence line that goes straight ahead and into the valley. It really takes your eye into it. And I'm just waiting a little bit longer because I want some light to hit that valley base there, and I think that'll really make the shot. So yeah, really excited about this one. Yeah, could be a black and white, could be a coloured shot. Settings wise, I am at, let's have a look, I'm at F11, so I'm going to try and keep it as sharp as I can. 500th of a second. I'm not using any filters on this, it's just perfect as it is. no filters at all. So I'm just going to wait for that light to hit that valley. I think this is going to be lovely. So yeah, what a chance shot this is. Lovely. God, that was perfect timing. The sun's gone behind the clouds now. Really loved that shot. Had a timeless sort of feel to it for me. Really nice, timeless feel. Yeah, I think I'll come back to that in winter. We've had some snow, hopefully. We usually get a bit here on North Yorkshire Moors. Yeah, I think that looked lovely in winter. But yeah, moral of the story, keep your eyes open when you're driving. Right, to my intended destination now. Right, this is my last location, intended location that I was driving to before I saw that beautiful fence shot. And some of you may be aware of this location. I'm at a place called Falling Foss, and I specifically come to do a shot at this bridge, just in the distance there. There's also a shot with the waterfall just by about 50 yards away from me, but you have to go down quite a steep embankment, and because I've got Lottie, my dog, there's no way I'm going to be getting down there. But to be fair, I prefer this shot anyway. And if you ever come down here in the summer, there's a lovely little cafe just behind me there. It's really lovely. So you can sit outside, have a cool drink and watch the river pass by as you're relaxing. It's a lovely little spot. But today obviously I'm down here to do some beautiful landscape photography, and there's some flowing river, there's some flowing water in this river, I tell you. It really is. Lovely little autumn colours, and I'm hoping that I've just come at the right time because there's nobody about. And yeah, so I'm just going to get down this little embankment here and then set up my shot and run you through it. I'll tell you, I'll try and run through it, what I'm looking for. I'm obviously looking for some foreground interest, and I'm using some of these rocks in the river. I'm hoping that some of the rocks have got some autumn leaves on it, so I'm going to get quite low to give it some depth. And I'm obviously going to be focusing on that bridge, and have it in the centre of my composition, I think. And there's some beautiful autumn trees as you get through to the other side of that bridge, and that really sets the scene, I think. It really puts your eye into that part of the image. So, yeah. Probably going to be using a polarizer on this, and at my sort of go-to settings at probably f11 to f16, and should speed of about 2 seconds. I'll probably put a polarizer on it to take the glare off as usual, maybe enhance the autumn colours. So I'm sorry I can't bring you in the river with me. We've not got a lapel mic. Once I've set up my composition, I'll take my shot. I always put it on the screen for you. Right. I don't think it was a bad shot. I just think the left-hand side of it's a little bit unbalanced for me. I think the foreground's okay, but the left-hand side is just, there's a bit too much space on the left-hand side. So what I'm deciding to do, I'm going to cross the river over this bridge here, and then get to the other side, and then walk into the middle of the river. It's a bit shallower over there, so it's a bit easier. And I'm going to get closer to these rapids and or waterfalls underneath that bridge, and focus on the colour that's going through the bridge, the trees on the other side. Yeah, I think that's going to be my next shot. So I'm going to take you over to my composition. Just be a bit careful because I'm in the rapids a bit. I've just been eyeing my composition up in camera. What I'll do, I'll pop it on the screen for you. How my composition is in camera. Give me a second. And when you see it on the screen, you'll find that the right hand side is just too much of the rapids on the right hand side, and it's really drawing your eye to it because it's white, obviously, with the water. There's not much I can do about that, to be fair. So I'm going to take this shot just to experiment with, really. What is quite nice is I'm getting with these bubbles in the water that's coming off the waterfall. They're giving sort of trails in the river here, which is quite nice. But the right-hand side is just drawing your eye in because it's so bright. Yeah, so I'm quite low down. I'm at f16, so I can keep these little bubbles nice and sharp, these trails sharp. And about 1 second, so I'm going to try and keep some detail in that, and then that water there on them rapids. Because the water's flowing that fast, it's hard to keep them really sharp without affecting the foreground of these trails. So it's difficult to sort of manage both in this shot because of the bubbles are a lot slower than the rapids and the waterfall there. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this shot anyway, stop blabbering on. And then what I might do is get my 70-200 out and really focusing up onto the rapids and see how that pans out. But it might take a bit of the bridge away at that. I'm right on top of the bridge at the top. I've not got any sky in it because it's very bright up there, so that's why I'm a bit tight on that bridge, compositionally wise. So yeah, take this shot and it's okay, it's okay. Guys, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as I say, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thumbs up would be fantastic, and stick your comments down below. I'm just not getting enough comments through at the minute, so please don't bite. Going forward, this is going to be it for my autumn landscape this year. As winter draws in, I'm going to be concentrating more on coastal photography, which is what I love. It's in my heart. So that's what I'm going to focus on in the next few episodes of my YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying it, and hope people that are subscribed are, still being entertained. That's the main thing. I love doing these films, and I love all the comments that you send me. It's really great. I love it. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you later, guys.